This is my student support system. Keep watching, keep learning.
What is spinal cord? Spinal cord is the part of nervous system. The spinal cord is continuous above with the medulla oblongata and it extends from the upper border of atlas to the lower border of first lumbar vertebra. It is approximately 45 centimeter long in the adult male and is about the thickness of the little finger. Coverings of spinal cord. Like brain, spinal cord is also completely surrounded by three layers of tissue known as spinal meninges. These are dura mater, which is outermost layer, arachnoid mater, which is middle layer, and pia mater. The spinal cord, although roughly cylindrical, but is flattened slightly antero-posteriorly. Like brain, it is also supported by CSF, cerebrospinal fluid. This cerebrospinal fluid lies inside the central canal and the subarachnoid space around the spinal cord. Cross section of spinal cord reveals the regions of white matter that surrounds the inner core of gray matter. The white matter of spinal cord consists primarily the bundles of myelinated axons of neurons. Two grooves penetrate the white matter of the spinal cord and divide it into right and left sides. Here, this is the posterior sulcus and this is the anterior sulcus. The anterior median fissure is a wide groove on the anterior side, while the posterior median fissure is a narrow groove on the posterior side. The gray matter of the spinal cord is shaped like letter H, this one, or a butterfly. The arrangement of gray matter in the spinal cord resembles the shape of letter H, having two posterior, two anterior, and two lateral columns. So here these are known as columns. These are posterior column, these are lateral column, and these are anterior columns. Posterior column of gray matter. These are composed of cell bodies that are stimulated by sensory impulse from the periphery of body. The nerve fiber of these cells contribute to the formation of white matter of the cord and transmit the sensory impulse upwards to the brain. The anterior column of gray matter, these are composed of the cell bodies of lower motor neuron that are stimulated by the upper motor neuron or the connector neuron linking the anterior and posterior columns to form the reflex arch. Now lateral columns of gray matter, these are composed of motor neurons of autonomic nervous system which sequentially pass through the lateral gray horn, anterior gray horn and anterior root to enter the spinal nerve. Spinal reflexes. A reflex action is an involuntary and immediate motor response to a sensory stimulus. Many connectors and motor neurons may be stimulated by afferent impulses. Afferent means coming towards the spinal cord or brain from a small area of skin. For example, the pain impulse initiated by touching a very hot surface with the finger or a pin or needle piercing the finger, transmitted to the spinal cord by sensory fibers in the mixed nerve. And as you know that all the spinal nerves are mixed nerves. These impulses stimulate many connectors or interneurons and the lower motor neuron in spinal cord. Some sensation simultaneously goes to the brain, but action is taken by the spinal cord, which results in contraction of skeletal muscles of the hand, arm, and shoulders, and removal of finger from the hot object. The reflex action happens very quickly, and this system is known as reflex R. Here you can understand this by this picture that this is stimulus. These are the sensory neuron. They reach to the spinal cord. There is interneuron or relay neuron which then connects with the motor neuron and gives a message for to the muscles to remove the hand. So this is reflex R. While giving answer to this question, you can make this picture in your answer.
My student support system. Keep watching, keep learning.